All right, now lastly, I will make an optional video. This one is for those of you who'd like to add a little structure to this page. Um, Obviously, look, as the box gets bigger, the screen gets bigger. Thus, the type does as well. And there's really no structure to it. It's just like, you know, that's good to a degree, but we have line length issues and stuff like that. So let's fix that by giving it some parameters to live within. I'm going to do that by, I'm show you a little drawing here. I'm going to, here's body, the edge of the screen. I'm going to hide this one for now. Okay, so here's body, the edge of the screen. I'm going to put in main, header, and footer. So this will be main, this will be the header, and this will be the footer. Normally, I would put in the header like this, then main like this, then footer like this. But for this exercise, this structure makes more sense. Okay, so again, this is what I'm going for. Body, main, header, and footer. Okay, here we go. So I got to put in the structure first in the source code. So body's already in there. Now I need main. It's going to hold everything. And it's not going to end until the end of body. So I'll put the closing tag for main down there. Now, this part will be inside the header. And then I'm going to put, some information in a footer. This might be a good place to put your name and maybe the class name. All right, good. And of course, we'll have to tag those for those to be separate lines. So maybe we'll just do this real quick. Okay, so there we have that established. Now, nothing has changed, even though that structure is in here. Since the structure is not defined, the structure has no rules, no standards. Therefore, it's just as flexible as it was before, and it's not there. So let's go make some structural rules really quick. So I'll put them up here since body was the first thing, the biggest thing. And we have main. Main I want to float in the center. That's kind of a weird standard. So I use margin left auto, margin right auto. I'm also going to give it a width. In general, my widths are in percentages. Percentages of the screen, you can consider that, and you can see it's doing it right now. And I also give it a max width, meaning you can't get any bigger than this. So if it's more than 80%, then you're going to max out at X. And in this case, I'm going to say 900 pixels. Okay, let's confirm that that's working by looking at 900 pixels. By the way, these numbers right up here represent the number of pixels, so I need to get the screen to at least 150. And yep, you can see that it's not getting any bigger than that. Even if I give it more room, it's just going to center that box. Okay, so that's good. All right, fine. Now, the next thing I'm going to set up is a header. And it's going to float left. Kind of think of a magnet pulling a metal box to the left. It's going to have a width. I think I'll make it 100%. So it goes all the way across. It might have some space between it and what's below it. I can do that with margin. And I'm going to say, in this case, I'm going to go to pixels. So left and right, generally in percentages, up and down, generally in pixels. So I'm going to say 65 pixels. And oh, you see that big gap? That was the gap I just created. Okay, let's use these same settings for the footer. And except this margin should be the top margin. And it doesn't have to be that big. Let's go 45. Okay, so we got one problem right now. We can't really see these boxes. They're kind of hard to see. So for temporary reasons only, I'm going to just give them a little background color just for a slight moment, just so you can see them. Come on, catch up, computer. All right, well, if I go over it, will be, yeah, okay, so it's pink, and then this should be pink too. So, there we go. You see it? I can see there's that box, and there's this box. I don't like having the type touch the edge of the box, so I'm going to get rid of these again. I don't really need them, but now you see it created some structure. And the structure is going to improve everything because as you get bigger, you know, it'll center. Doesn't it look more like a contemporary web page at this moment? You know, there's obviously a lot more tagging I need to do here. I got lazy on that first video, but I tag that out and I fix my color scheme. I'm going to have a very nice looking web page. All right, so there you go. That would be a great way for you to finish out exercise 2.